Alright folks, the SDP-40 Zadymka Tier 5 normal Polish tank destroyer looks like a cross between a TKS tankette and an LTG light tank. Not the prettiest looking vehicle out there, but it's a big caliber gun, 90mm for Tier 5. That's rivaling the bathtub, the S35CA, but the bathtub's 90mm is not that good compared to the stock 17-pounder, so it's actually the biggest caliber other than derp guns, like with the IKV 103s or any other derp, like on the 𝗭𝗱𝘆𝗺 or the AT2. But yeah, this thing is aggressive with the gun. It doesn't have as good of a gun traverse arc, only 5 degrees per side, per usual with the actual line, but you're driving this thing like a medium tank, using the armor, using the gun like a shotgun, and sticking it into people's faces and pulling the trigger. But it is still faster than the AT2, though not as much armor, only 100mm at the hull front, so it is slightly sloped, but it is still flat, and people will spam gold shell when they see it, so they spam gold into your Mitsu just in case. So yeah, 100mm is fine. It would be good if it was like 150 on the AT2, but then again, that will be busted. So the gun is lopsided, mounted on the starboard side. Technically, you could hide half of your vehicle behind a building, so exposing less of your superstructure, but low tier is fine. It's not that hard to play low tiers, so no need to worry about it, but still, 90mm gun does pack a punch. Will kill a medium tank in like 3 rounds, or sometimes lucky 2 rounds, but okay. Yeah, not the prettiest looking vehicle. It is sloped on the upper plate, and it does have a trapezoidal thing going on, so that's nice. Alright, main stats: 150mm of pen, 240 alpha. So alpha is up there for tier 5 tank destroyers, but penetration is about the same as with the 75mm on the Stugs, so decent pen for tier 5. You will face tier 7s though. And gold shell is not as well as you would think, only 25 more millimeters. Now granted, 25 more millimeters will go through most tier 7s other than something of an IS slope upper plate, or obviously the T29s, but you'll have problems with something of a Oni for that matter, so oof. It's fine, I guess. You shouldn't be too aggressive with vehicles of a higher tier. Be a more support. Shell velocity is alright, not the worst. Reloads at every 8 seconds without the 100% crew. 2.5 seconds at aim time. Accuracy is mediocre, 0.38. 7 degrees of gun suppression, 15 elevation. 5 degrees per side. The same with any other Polish tank destroyers for now, but 44 degrees of socket rotation. And 74 rounds. That's a lot of ammo. 4-man crew fits all the other Polish tank destroyers. 50 km/h top speed, 14 reverse, and 15.2 horsepower per ton ratio. It is still quite shifty. I mean, top speed is actually not half bad, and hull traverse is alright, 35 degrees per second. So depending on terrain resistance, this thing might be slightly more nimble than you would think. And plus, it has 100mm on the hull front, at least for the... It should be consistent with the superstructure and upper plate. So that looks like 100mm, which is pretty good for a tier 5 slope armor. If that's 100, that's very good. Yeah, superstructure 100, gold shell will go through. It's flat. View range, kind of bad. 280 at tier 5. Yeah, that is like tier 4 or tier 3 medium tanks view range. That is not good. Radio is crap, so the only artillery support you'll get is something of a Bishop or FE 304 for that matter, but okay. Stock gun is a 75mm. It's at tier 5. There's no category, so there's no versatile or sniper categories for now. Also, there's no field mods, so that doesn't matter, but Yeah, I've been playing the Japanese heavy tanks, and stock 75 on a large target is not great. You're not trading shots. Some people will have 88 millimeters packing gold shell, so you're not trading shots unless you have the DPM, which this vehicle is average-ish. 90 rounds of the 75 millimeter. Shell velocity is not the greatest for the stock gun. 700 meters per second. The stock gun might be a problem. Also, the pin on the gold shell for the stock gun is not great too. It's only 16 more millimeters. Oh boy. Yeah, stock grind might be slightly of a problem. So free XP to the second 75 millimeter. You get better pin and better gold shell pin too. Thankfully, and better DPM. Oh my god, stock DPM is also kind of weak. Same goes with the accuracy and the aim time. 2.5 for a 75 millimeter. That is long. Oof. All right. Looks like the second gun doesn't really need the tracks. It's not that heavy compared to the last gun, the 90 millimeter. And you get better DPM, the same accuracy, slightly longer aim time, but you should be accustomed to it if you're playing the stock gun. So the same aim time, but better base pin with the AP round. Gold shell stays the same penetration. Oof. The stock grind feels kind of wonky. And I'm saying that because I played the Juto, and the Juto really needs the 88 millimeter. The stock 75 doesn't really cut it. It really doesn't. So it might be a problem with the stock grind on this vehicle, but research path is basic. So research the gun to get the guns, research the radio to get the radio. None of the stuff is shared other than the radio. Yeah, the radio is shared on the medium tank line, so you'll get it. But the engine is not shared. The guns are obviously not shared. So radio is also kind of crap too. No artillery support. Alright, main stats. Let's take a look. Yeah, stock gun looks kind of if. Yeah, stock gun with the accuracy, with the aim time, with the limited traverse, as well as the penetration, as well as the DPM. Stock gun feels kind of if. Yeah, you really need to upgrade the gun to at least the second 75. Even better with the 90, but oof, yeah. Repair time for the tracks is still somewhat long, so get repair skills is imperative for the crew if you're playing aggressive, right? Sniping is difficult with 5 degrees per side of traverse. Weighs about 34 tons, surprisingly. Horsepower per ton ratio does get boosted from 13.3 to 15.4. The gun's heavier, so yeah, cuts the horsepower per ton ratio. 50 kilometers per hour top speed, which is good. Camo is surprising. Ooh. Camo is 22.3. That is good. That is real good. It doesn't rival to stuff like the IKV 103, but that is still good, right? That is good. Moving camo is also decent. View range is crap. Radio is still crap. Interesting. The camo is... Let's see, camo, stationary camo for tier 5 tank destroyers. Yeah, IKV, the Samovente, these are pretty good. Oh, then again, the Stug is also good. I haven't played low tier in a long time. Forgot how good the camo is. 22.3 on the SU-85. Wow, that's good too. The bathtub, yeah. You should not use the 90 on the bathtub. You should use the 17 pounder. Alright, let's see view range for tier 5 tank destroyers. Open tops. Even the Samovente is 350. This is on the bottom end with stuff like the SU-85 and the Honi. Holy crap. Yeah, it's bad. The view range is bad. Let's not talk the radio. Do they even have radio? No, they don't even care about radio. You have no artillery support if you're too far forwards, so stay in a pack, or at least stay with somebody like a heavy tank. At least they could report enemy position with the radio. But oh, this thing. Oh, stock barrel of the 75 is also short, so like a chode of a 75 millimeter. let's talk equipments. You definitely want rammer with this thing, right? Rammer is a must. Tier 5 tank destroyers are usually campy because lack of armor, but I have rammer, binoculars, and camouflage nets on almost everything. Yeah, almost everything. Other than this thing, the shotgun T-34. This is aggressive, but it has no armor to play with. Well, about the same horsepower per ton ratio and top speed, just slightly worse. But the gun is better than this derp gun. I should think the gun is better than this derp, the 90mm, but how much gun traverse arc? This thing has 8 degrees per side compared to your 5 degrees. Wow, that is surprising. So view range is crap, radio is crap, you are aggressive, but oh god, even yeah, it's close to this thing too. Holy crap. With vents, it's 280 meters of view range. Yeah, you are aggressive. There's no other equipments other than optics that I could think of, but SU-85I has better view range than the SU-85, like by 30 meters. Where the hell is the SU? Yeah, actually by more, by 50 meters. So this is more of a camper, right? Same with the Stug. It's like a Stug in a sense, except Russian superstructure, but this vehicle is aggressive. Is it worth putting camouflage nets and binoculars and trying to snipe with this vehicle? The rammer is a given. I'm debating on whether you should use optics and turbocharger to go along with it, right? Or maybe improve aiming. Nah, I don't need. You're aggressive. You don't need improve aiming. Turbocharger or optics or even vents. But holy crap. View range is bad. View range is let's see, gun caliber, shell caliber. That's a derp gun for the IKV 103. It doesn't really count, but fine, whatever. Stug with derp gun, 90mm on the bathtub. It's not as good as a 17-pounder, but whatever. So yeah, toaster with the 88. Yeah, the caliber size is good for a tier 5, but holy crap, there are a few downsides to this vehicle, like dramatically downsides. View range is a big downside, as well as the gun traverse arc. So you're not sniping, you are being very aggressive, but you need to have teammates to support your aggression. So at least a heavy tank or a fellow SDP-40, but I will rate this vehicle like a 5 out of 10. If this thing would have 150mm of superstructure armor, or at least for the hull front, then that would be pretty nice. It's not AT2, so you are aggressive, but you can't be too aggressive. You get what I mean? The flat armor will eat a lot of gold shells, definitely. And we have to see the actual armor. I would say 5 for now. There are so many downsides. So yeah, the view range sucks, the radio sucks, the gun traverse arc sucks, but it is aggressive. It's a 90mm. Maybe if you put like a 122 on a tier 5, this thing will be kind of surprising. But yeah, you're not strapping a D25T onto this thing and calling it a day. That would be crazy when you think about it. If you strap a D25T 122 from something of an IS tank onto this thing at tier 5, holy crap. Return of the KV-1S, technically, not really, but still, that would be great. But yeah, the 90 is the only upside of playing this vehicle. Yeah, 5 out of 10. Well, there you go, folks. The SDP-40 Zadymka. So as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
雨は